Without elite leg power, even the best technique cannot hold up under match pressure. Determined, first, leg strength is the foundation of movement efficiency. Players cover thousands of meters per match, often in short, violent bursts. Strong quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves allow athletes to accelerate faster to the ball and recover quicker after each shot. This is why players like Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz look like they are gliding. Their legs absorb force and reproduce it instantly. Strength reduces wasted steps and keeps positioning precise, even deep into long rallies. Second, intense leg training fuels shot power. Ground strokes are not generated by the arm alone. They start with force pushed into the court through the legs. When a player loads into a forehand or backhand, this kinetic chain efficiency is what allows top players to hit aggressively for hours without breakdown. Determined, another major reason is injury prevention. Tennis places enormous stress on knees, ankles, and hips due to constant stopping, twisting, and sliding. Strengthening surrounding muscles stabilizes joints and reduces ligament strain. Players with elite lower body conditioning are better protected against common injuries like patella tendinitis, ankle sprains, and hip overload. This durability is crucial during long tournaments and packed seasons. Determined, leg strength also supports endurance under fatigue. Matches can last 3 to 5 hours, and fatigue almost always shows first in the legs. When leg strength drops, footwork slows, balance weakens, and shot timing collapses. By building high force capacity in the lower body, she is performing a demanding lower body conditioning drill that combines a wall sit with calf raises, a hybrid exercise designed to build strength, endurance, and on-court stability at the same time. In the wall sit position, her back stays pressed flat against the wall while her knees remain bent at roughly 90 degrees. This isometric hold places constant tension on the quadriceps, glutes, and core. Tennis players spend long periods in low-loaded stances during rallies, so this static component develops the leg endurance needed to stay explosive. While maintaining the hold, she performs controlled calf raises, lifting her heels off the platform and lowering them back down. This dynamic movement targets the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, which are critical for push-off speed, split-step reactions, and rapid directional changes. Determined, training the calves under fatigue mimics real match conditions, where players must accelerate despite burning legs. Optimistic, the combination also strengthens the Achilles and patella tendons, improving injury resilience. It enhances ankle stiffness, balance, and force transfer from the ground up through the kinetic chain. A leg warm-up activates key muscles. Tennis demands instant acceleration, explosive lateral cuts, and constant deceleration. Warming up wakes up the glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves so they can fire efficiently from the first point. Without activation, muscles respond more slowly, reducing court speed and reaction time. That's why elite movers like Iga Swiatek and Jannik Sinner emphasize dynamic lower body prep before stepping on court. It improves joint mobility and range of motion. Ankles, knees, and hips must move freely for deep lunges, open stance shots, and sliding. Dynamic drills, leg swings, walking lunges, hip openers lubricate joints and increase elasticity in tendons. This allows players to... Another major reason is injury prevention. Cold muscles and tight joints are far more vulnerable to strains, pulls, and ligament stress. A structured warm-up gradually raises muscle temperature, making tissues more pliable and resistant to sudden force. Considering the explosive load tennis puts on knees and ankles, skipping leg prep would dramatically raise injury risk. Determined, leg warm-ups also prime explosive power. Activation drills like mini band walks, pogo jumps, and short sprints stimulate the nervous system. This neural priming sharpens reaction speed and first-step quickness, critical for returning serves or chasing drop shots. Players often say they feel lighter on their feet after proper activation. Balance and coordination are additional benefits. Determined, single leg drills and stability work prepare players to hit while off balance, a constant reality in modern baseline tennis. Proper prep improves body control when sliding or changing direction at full speed. There's also a fatigue management component. Optimistic, gradual build-up prevents shock to the system. Instead of jumping straight into high-intensity rallies, the body transitions smoothly, conserving energy for later stages of play. Top tennis players include the barbell back squat in their strength programs because it is one of the most complete lower body exercises for building force, stability, and on-court explosiveness. Tennis is played from the ground up, and the squat develops the exact physical qualities needed to move, load, and strike under pressure. First, the barbell back squat builds maximal leg strength. The movement targets the quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves simultaneously, the primary engines of tennis footwork. Stronger legs allow players to accelerate faster to wide balls, push out of defensive corners, and recover to center position more efficiently. Elite movers such as Carlitos rely on lower body strength to maintain balance and elasticity through long rallies. Squat strength translates directly into more. Second, the exercise enhances the production of explosive power. Tennis points are built on short bursts, first step reactions, approach runs, and vertical jumps on serves and overheads. Determined, heavy squats increase force output, while lighter, speed-focused squats train rate of force development. Optimistic, this combination allows players to move explosively without wasting energy. Athletes like Carlos Alcaraz showcase this quality with their ability to sprint, stop, and re-accelerate within a single rally. Another critical benefit is the development of the kinetic chain. Ground strokes and serves begin with leg drive. When a player loads into a forehand, the squat pattern, hips back, knees bent, chest stable, mirrors the loading phase of the shot. Barbell back squats also improve joint resilience and injury prevention. Tennis places constant stress on knees and hips due to cutting, sliding, and abrupt deceleration. Squats strengthen the muscles and connective tissues surrounding these joints, enhancing stability. Strong glutes and hamstrings in particular protect the knees from overload, a common injury area in tennis. Balance and postural control are additional advantages. Holding a loaded barbell forces the athlete to stabilize through the core and spine while moving through full hip and knee flexion. This builds trunk stiffness, essential when hitting on the run or absorbing pace from an opponent's shot. Players maintain shot quality even when stretched wide because their base is strong. Programming varies across the season. In off-season blocks, players lift heavier to build strength reserves. During tournament periods, loads may decrease while speed and maintenance work increase. Coaches carefully manage volume to avoid excessive muscle fatigue that could interfere with court movement. She has one foot elevated on the bench, rear foot supported position, similar to a Bulgarian split squat setup. From that loaded stance, she explosively drives upward off the front leg, while the free leg clears the mini hurdle. This turns a traditional strength exercise into a dynamic power movement. The drill targets the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings of the working leg, while heavily engaging the calves and ankle stabilizers during takeoff and landing. Because the rear foot is elevated, the front leg handles most of the force production, building unilateral strength essential for tennis movement. Adding the hurdle introduces timing, hip mobility, and neuromuscular coordination. It forces her to generate vertical power while controlling leg swing and foot placement. Key for explosive first steps, open stance recoveries, and sprint transitions. Satisfies, this exercise also improves balance and tendon stiffness, helping players stay stable when pushing off one leg during wide defensive shots. The trap bar setup allows the athlete to stand inside the load rather than behind it. This changes how force is distributed through the legs and hips. Because the weight is centered, players can drive vertically through the floor with more balance and less shear stress on the lower back. For tennis athletes who already accumulate spinal fatigue from serving and rotational hitting, this loading position is far more sustainable across a long season. Leg drive is the first major performance benefit. Explosive acceleration towards short balls or wide angles depends on how quickly an athlete can produce force into the court. Training this movement pattern under load increases the capacity of the quadriceps and glutes to generate that push. Over time, players develop a more powerful first step and more authority when changing direction. Satisfied, the carryover is immediate. Another key advantage is the development of hip extension strength. Tennis requires repeated loading and unloading of the hips, whether during open stance ground strokes, defensive slides, or serve loading. Strengthening this extension pattern improves how efficiently energy travels upward through the kinetic chain. When the legs and hips extend forcefully, the upper body can stay relaxed while still producing heavy shots. This reduces arm fatigue and preserves stroke mechanics deep into matches. Joint protection is also a major factor. The trap bar position encourages a more upright torso, which reduces compressive stress on the lumbar spine while still heavily loading the knees and hips. This makes it an effective way to strengthen the muscles surrounding the knee joint without exposing athletes to unnecessary strain. Stronger connective tissue and stabilizing muscles improve these. There is also a neuromuscular component that benefits on-court movement. Lifting heavy loads from the floor trains the nervous system to recruit high-threshold motor units in the legs. This enhances the rate of force development, meaning players can express strength quickly rather than slowly. In tennis, where reaction windows are fractions of a second, this quality is more valuable than raw strength alone. When paired in the same training phase as deep knee dominant strength work, the overall lower body system becomes more complete. One pattern emphasizes vertical force and hip drive, while the other reinforces knee flexion strength and stability. Together, they create athletes who are harder to push off balance, more explosive out of corners, and more resilient under long match loads.